Hey guys, it's M16. I have a video for you today on the opening day of patch 2.4 with the Japanese medium tank line. And right now I am showing you my rather quick progression through the Japanese medium tanks. Or I guess right now I'm going through the light tanks and I'm getting to the medium tanks at tier 5. But while I'm going through and fast tracking my way to the STB-1, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the STB-1. The STB-1 is the tier 10 Japanese medium tank. It goes around 53 kilometers an hour and has a turret comparable to the Object 140, but with 10 degrees of gun depression. The turret's a little bit weaker than the 140. No, not really, I guess. Yeah, I would compare the turret to the 140, but it's got more of a T-62A hull. The hull is rather weak, it seems anyways. The only thing I've bounced is off the turret, and it have been penetrated in the turret. I've only played 3 games though, so the match actually is going to be on Lost Temple because that was the first match I played in the STB-1 and during patch 2.4. Loaded up the new Japanese tank and I got the reworked Japanese map, so it all worked out pretty well. And with the 10 degrees of gun depression, you can be extremely flexible. And myself, coming from the only tier 10 mediums I've had were the T-62A and the Object 140, having the 350 alpha damage. It's extremely helpful. You can do a lot more damage and then pull back and then just wait, because with the 140 and the T-62A, when you're doing the damage, you pull back, it's slightly less, and yeah, you reload faster, which helps with a lot of different tanks, but you can't always use the reload, and sometimes you just need to get that one damaging shot in before you go back to pulling back into cover and then waiting. So having the extra alpha damage and slower rate of fire isn't exactly a horrible thing. One thing I don't like is they nerfed the reload. The STB is supposed to have the highest medium tank DPM out of any of the tanks in the game. At least it's higher than any of them in the game on PC, but they nerfed it so it's less than the Leopard. Maybe they're going to buff it in the next couple of patches. Hopefully they do, so the STB can get its full potential. But right now, let's get into the gameplay. I am on, like I said, the new Lost Temple. It's not a bunch of depressing grays and greens anymore. There are a whole lot of bright colors that are very beautiful. It's a very nice map to look at. It's not all depressing to be on the map. You don't feel like you're in prison. But there's a bunch of yellows and greens and blues and reds, and there's a whole bunch of different colors. Right now you can kind of get the feel for the speed. It does go pretty quickly, and this is the first time I've been on the map, so I just on a whim told everyone to go left because I figured this is where the medium tanks were going to go, and I like to get rid of the enemy medium tanks first so you can kind of deal with the heavies and tank destroyers pretty easily. And yeah, so that was the plan. Go where the medium tanks are supposed to go, or where I think they're supposed to go, where they're going to be, and go and overwhelm them. And right now you can see the extra alpha damage coming into play. If I got that damage roll with the 140 or the T-62A, I'd be jumping for joy because that's a rare occurrence, but it's about average for the STB-1. And I think we're going to call it the STB-E-A-Utiful because it is a very nice looking tank, and so far I've had a blast playing it. And right there you can kind of see the hull armor on the STB. He was going down a slope a little bit, so his upper plate was more angled than usual, and that meant that you couldn't penetrate it. The hull armor is a bit trash, but it's kind of like the kind of like the 140s, where if you're back sloped a little bit, you're not going to penetrate it, but it's not quite as good as the 140s. And right now, I'm finding a spot where I can try and use the gun depression. And because I don't know the map very well, it's kind of difficult. I see the E100, I see the Tortoise and the 215B and the Yag Tiger. I'm just trying to get a shot. I just bounced a heat shell from the E100 off of my turret, and so you do know that the turret is bouncy. It can bounce stuff pretty well, and I missed my return shot because the bridge and bad RNG. The gun on this is .36 accuracy, I believe, which isn't great, to be honest, but it's not horrible. The aim time is a little long as well, but again, it's not horrible. And if you can stay, hold down, and use this gun anyway, turret, it's not going to be too much of a problem unless people are shooting gold ammo at you, and even then, that's not going to be a huge deal because you can bounce gold ammo from an E100. And yeah, I'm looking, trying to decide who I'm going to go after, either the 215B, the Tortoise. I decided to go after the 215B, and thinking that the slope on these is a little bit less than it was. I just dove down and damaged myself, but yeah, it's very nice alpha damage. This 215B is making it easy on me. I think he just wants to try and rush and get a kill, and I'm trying to rush and making sure that doesn't happen, and I did. He did get a low roll on the Patton though. He should have killed the Patton very easily. And that was the first game in my STB-1. I try to say good game, but autocorrect. What are you going to do? And let's look at the post-battle results. Nearly 3,000 damage for a first-class mastery and a sniper badge. Yeah, 13 shots fired, 12 hits, 10 penetrations. One bounce is from the super angled upper plate of the other STB-1, and one bounce was from the angled turret of the E100 with heat. And yep, STB-1, it's a good tank. I enjoyed my first few games in it so far, besides my second game, because I had a bad team. My third match was on Himmelsdorf, but for some reason the recording didn't save, so this is a rather short video for you guys. Yeah, if you get the STB, I'm sure you'll love it. I don't have a Leopard 1, so I don't really have much to compare it to. But the STB is quick. It seems to turn very quickly, and it's got an excellent gun. This is M16's World of Tanks Blitz Replays. I hope you enjoyed my video, and have a nice day.